Television City in Hollywood.
Hello, hello, it's the Bob Crosby Show. The modern airs with Paula Kelly, Joni O'Brien, Carol Richards, Jack Nard, and the Bobcats, and starring Bob Crosby.
Thank you. Mighty hearty welcome to your Bob Crosby Show, and boy, there's really a lot of our show today. We're trying out a little game to maybe make you happy, and we have 3 guests, 2 dancers, and my friend Johnny Mercer. So we're getting started fast with Joni O'Brien and Alan Copeland doing one of Johnny Mercer's tunes from Daddy Longlegs, a wonderful motion picture of Fred Astaire's. It's called Something's Gotta Give. Joni O'Brien, Alan Copeland.
Sure as you live, something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
When an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine, don't say no because I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna be kissed.
So on guys, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky.
I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try?
Fight, 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 fight with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night
We'll find out as sure as we live.
something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. So on God, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky.
I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try?
Fight, 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 fight with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night
We'll find out as sure as we live.
something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Baby, something's gotta give.
Something's Gotta Give. Alan
Real great.
Copeland, Joni O'Brien. Jack?
Bob, we're going to play a brand new game today called Use Your Head, and to play the game we have Mr. and Mrs. Hal Getchy. This is Hal and his wife by marriage here. They're from Hollywood, and Hal is an insurance man. Meet Bob Crosby here.
Wife by marriage.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack. This is a game that I happened to see at a party just the other night. And a friend of mine, Tex Avery, who created the wonderful Bugs Bunny idea for cartoons, showed this at the party. I asked him to bring it down. We thought we'd play it today for your enjoyment. Now, your names are what, Mr. and Mrs.
Hal Getchy.
I'll get you. How do you spell that, please?
It's G-O-E-T-T-G-E.
But it's pronounced Getchy.
Yes, that's
And obviously you did.
right. Yeah, I did.
Now, where are you from, sir?
From Hollywood.
And what do you do? What is your occupation?
I'm an insurance man.
And you are a housewife, a homemaker?
No, I work for the bank.
Oh, you work for the Bank of America. Then in our game today, you are about to do a little depositing. Would you take your places behind the screen there? Now, I'm going to give you clues, and the idea is for you to guess what you are doing. We call this Use Your Head. Now, if we can have our projectionist put the motion picture on our screen, you are doing something here. I will give you some cues, or you can ask me any questions. Now, here's our first cue, Mrs. Getchie. You and your husband are really a fine, fine baseball team. You are pitching, and he is catching. Does that give you any idea?
Can I ask a question?
You certainly may.
Did my husband marry me because I'm able to do this?
Well, possibly. Any other question there?
Do we always do this when we go to the beach?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I would say no. This is something that you couldn't do at the beach. Let me give you another cue here. You're sort of a collector of internal revenue, and this is kind of taxing on your wife. Any idea?
Is this something I can do in my spare time during extra money?
I imagine it would probably bring in some extra money, but I doubt you'd do it in your spare time. Let me give you another cue here, Mrs. Getchie. You're wearing feathers, and your act is really being performed on a runway.
Oh, am I a fan dancer?
No. Mr. Getchie, here's one for you. Now, your wife is rolling something white on something made of felt. Does that help you?
We're shooting dice in Las Vegas.
No. Maybe I should tell you that perhaps you are in the country doing this. Does that help?
Do you wear any special costume for this?
No. But it looks like you're working overtime right now.
Did we do this before we were married?
I tell you what, it looks like we can't, I can't help you much on this. Perhaps if you'll just step out here a minute, Carol Richards and I will show you exactly what you've been doing. You step right over there.
Over here and take a look.
There, you see? Now, of course, we could have had you doing this.
Now we're going to show you all the different...
Yeah. Or we could have had you doing this.
Oh, that's fun. Does it hurt, Carol?
What am I doing?
Carol, what are you doing?
I haven't any idea.
Looks like it tickles.
Can you see anything, Carol? Yes.
I must be playing an instrument out here.
You're a trumpet player. The music goes round and round. Must be. What is this?
Oh, that's fun.
What are we doing, Jack?
Well, let's see right
sounds-
here, kids. Have you had your tonsils out yet?
Oh, I must be a magician.
Oh, I am doing the hula on this.
Honolulu, Hawaii. And now,
But we had you folks laying eggs. And listen, because you were some wonderful contestants, I want you to step right over here. I'm going to tell you what we have for you as a prize to take home. Right here, Hal, Mrs. Getchie, listen to this. We want you to take home with you today the new 9-cubic-foot Westinghouse refrigerator with exclusive patented push-button defrosting. It's a wonderful gift in the spacious freezer, holds 53 pounds of frozen foods, and remember, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse. And how do you like our contestants and our new game? Did you like it? Fine. Thank you very much.
well, I hope you had a lot of fun with that game. I think it's a big kick what I saw. I don't know what Tex was doing to me there at the end. He put some new clips in. This is my good friend Johnny Mercer, yours and my favorite son. John, it's nice to have you on our show.
Thank you, Bob. It's nice to be here.
I've always had a great deal of regard and respect for you, both as a performer and as a songwriter. And this last picture that you've just done with Fred Astaire, Daddy Longlegs, you wrote all of the music. Our opening number was from that, of course. And the Modernaires, after 10 years in business, and I finally got a chance to make a commercial recording of one of your other tunes, Slewfoot. And this is intrigues me quite a bit because Fred told me that Slewfoot is a type of dance that they're trying to get all the kids to do, like the bunny hop. Is that true?
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
But in the lyric of your song, you say you point your left foot to the right foot to the left foot to the north and the right foot to the south. Now, I don't see how you can dance in that
Well, you
position.
don't have to do it that far apart. Just like this. It's like a ballet position, number one, see?
Now, then what do you do?
You put the old posterior out,
Oh, yeah?
and then you manipulate it about.
Yeah.
And then you stroll sort of westerly, slow and see westerly.
I still don't think I understand the dance. Could you help me any further on that?
Well,
John?
Bob, there are a couple of kids here from the picture that will be glad to show it to you. Ellen Ray and Bob Rosson. You
Oh,
wanna watch
kids,
them
can
now?
you show us the Slewfoot? Maybe I can...
So that's how they do it, huh?
Mods, let's try this, shall we? Here's Slewfoot, Johnny.
You want to dance that's easy to do. Pick the one I'm hipping you to.
I'm going to teach you to fall in on what they are calling a Slewfoot.
You make your right foot point to the north. You make your left foot point to the south.
And then you stroll sort of westerly, slow and siestally, Slewfoot. Sing it, John. Don't be an oddball, and don't be a figure.
Right, why be shy? After all, it's even better if your feet's too big. And if you learn to dance it just right, it shouldn't take but half of the night.
It is the most lackadaisiest, I mean the craziest
Slewfoot. You gotta rock, oh, a rockin' chair. You gotta hop, right. Now don't be square. You gotta 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you holler Slewfoot. You go out, you drag it back, you really go out. You wanna check you what you done before, and then you holler Slewfoot.
Don't be an oddball, don't be a figure.
Right, why be shy? After all, it's even better if your feet's too big. And if you learn to dance it just right, it shouldn't take but half a night.
It is the most lackadaisiest, I mean the craziest.
Slewfoot, Slewfoot, come on and dance the Slewfoot.
Slewfoot, and that's the way they do it in the wonderful new picture of Fred Astaire's Daddy Longlegs. Tell me, John, did Fred do all the choreography in the picture?
Yes, he did, except for the ballets that he does with Leslie Caron.
I saw one of those on the Ed Sullivan Show, and it was just great. The one where he had her on the waiter's tray?
Yeah.
On wheels and wheeling her all
I
around?
didn't dig that.
Didn't see that.
I was-
Oh, it was great.
Out of town that weekend.
Did Fred help you at all with the songs? I mean, did he give you any ideas?
Well, he gives you pretty much an idea of what he wants, and then it better be right.
He's a perfectionist, as everybody knows, one of our greatest dancers of all
Certainly
time.
is.
Well, Johnny, I've told all the folks how much I respect you and all of the great music that you have given to our modern American music. And, John, it's been a real privilege and pleasure for me to be able to present you to our audience. Thank
Somebody
you
sing
very
some
much.
newsy bluesies?
Sure. Sing a little. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. And now it's time for station identification, but we'll be right back, so please don't leave us.
Two items that'll have every cent in the house turned to CBS television are Studio One tonight and Best of Broadway this Wednesday. And now back again to the Bob Crosby Show. Brought to you by General Mills for new improved Bisquick, a whole world of baking in a box, and the complete line of Betty Crocker cake mixes. And now here he is, Bob Crosby.
Hello again, hello neighbors, and welcome to your Bob Crosby Show for Bisquick and for Betty Crocker Brownie Mix, just the greatest. You know, now that the month of May is here and summer is really rearing its very lovely head and inviting you to spend more time out of doors, Betty Crocker can really make your life a lot easier. And speaking of the month of May being here, this is the day when the organ grinders and their busy little monkeys begin to show up in all of our parks. So here are the Modernaires and the Friends singing the Organ Grinder Swing.
Who's that coming down the street? Good old organ grinder Pete. He's the latest rhythm king with his organ grinder swing. Ooh-ah. 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 When he turns that handle down, music goes around and round. Everybody starts to sing to that organ grinder swing. My-oh, 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 my-oh.
I know an organ grinder man. You ought to meet him if you can. He'll give you some great advice, 'cause all he ever says is, "That's so nice." He wears a worn-out purple hat. He's not too thin and he's not too fat. You wouldn't bother to look at him twice, 'cause all he ever says is, "That's so nice." Put a nickel in my hat, like a rich aristocrat. Every nickel that you bring makes this organ grinder swing.
Pa swings it, so does Ma. Ma swings it, so does Pa. You swing it, so do I. I swing it, so do you. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a monkey by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pa swings it, so does Pa. Pa swings it, so does Pa. You swing it, so do I. The organ grinder swing. That's the night.
Oh, yes, springtime brings out the organ grinders, and it's also springtime that turns a young man's fancy to thoughts of loving strawberry shortcake. And, busy mama, that's when you turn your hand to Bisquick. Yes'm, you take the shortest trip of your life to the shortest shortcake of your life when you go through this world of baking. Fluffy, texturized Bisquick. And here's just how fast you'll go. Now, don't blink now, you might miss it. Just add cream to Bisquick. And here is shortcake I mean. Then honor the sweet, plump strawberries by giving them this soft texture to snuggle down in. Then cover them up, and then bury down again. A lot of them. More. That's fine. And then, no, wait a minute. No, don't you fuss for the whipped cream part, because Ready Whip is just that. Ready and whipped. Fresh, real cream that whips itself at the touch of a finger. Honey, you just can't beat this combination. You and Bisquick strawberry shortcake and Ready Whip. And I want you to do something else for yourself while the Bisquick's out for shortcake. You just let the directions right here on the box help you make plans for tomorrow's meals and the tomorrows after tomorrow. There's a whole world of baking in your Bisquick box. Golly, are you sure you've got plenty of Bisquick on hand?
That Jack Nars, what a domestic. Here's a song that Carol Richards is going to do that really sings of spring. This is Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White. Carol?
It's cherry pink and apple blossom white when your true lover comes your way. It's cherry pink and apple blossom white. The poets say the story goes that once a cherry tree beside an apple tree did grow. where a boy once met his bride-to-be. Long, long ago, the boy looked into her eyes. It was a sight to enthrall. The breezes joined in their sighs. The blossoms started to fall. As they gently caressed, the lovers looked up to find the branches of the two trees were intertwined. That is why the poets always write, if there's a new moon up above, it's cherry pink and apple blossom white when you're in
You know, with your beautiful red hair and your cameo complexion, you are cherry pink and apple blossom white.
Oh, well, thank you, Rob.
Here's Jack Nars with our Happy Game Time. Shall we watch?
Oh, let's do it.
Thank you very much, Rob. And to play our game today, we have a couple of transplanted New Yorkers over here. Eleanor Griggs and her brother Vincent Giantasio, is that right?
That's right.
Or is it Giantasio? How do you
Giantasio.
Giantasio. They now live in El Monte. And Vincent, you're the one that's with Navy recruiting.
Yes,
right?
I'm stationed down Navy recruiting office. Matter of fact, they told me to wear my uniform and get some recruits. But
Well, we're
they,
done a game
changed
here.
it
We
on
didn't
me.
want to get the uniform wet, so we have some clothes for you from the CBS wardrobe. Also, the same goes for Mr. Dale Lucas over here. This is Mr. and Mrs. Dale Lucas from Glendale. And are you folks native Californians out here? Or you're both transplanted too, huh? Well, it's nice to have you all aboard. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to assume the position down here, and we're going to play a game called Up, Slide, Down. And we'll show you how it works. Ladies, go back here. Gentlemen, lie down, put your heads on those grass mats, and start shoving glasses of water to your partners. So the course, the couple getting the most water up there will be our winning couple. So if you're all set, we'll ask Arnie for the downbeat. You guys ready? Let's go. Here we go. Get 'em up there now. And that's it. Steady hand. This way. Grab it and away. And away. Watch it, Vincent. Now do you see why we didn't want you to wear your uniform? Look at that. All right. Okay, Vincent. Eleanor, you want to come up here? Mr. and Mrs. Dale Lucas got two up there, and you folks got one, so that makes the Lucases our winner. However, here's what we want you folks to take home. General Mills would like you to have the wonderful, fully automatic, broil quick Super Chef that makes cooking a pleasure, not a chore. It's great. You're going to like that. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Dale Lucas in Glendale, General Mills would like you to have the Raytheon Starmonic television set. All righty. Gives you a brilliant image that really covers the screen. A portable so light you can carry it anywhere. Extra convenience and stand-up tuning, and it has two-tone colors. So very much congratulations to the Lucases. And Vincent, well, you were great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, studio contestants. Neighbors, I suppose that all of us at some time or other, we try to envision ourselves in the far future, when all of our hopes have been fulfilled and our dreams have come true. And yet we find that our happiest moments are those that we spend watching our memories pass in review. So it is of this distant day that Oscar Hammerstein and Sigmund Romberg wrote when they gave us their very beautiful song, When I Grow Too Old to Dream. kiss me, my
Kiss
sweet.
me, my sweet.
And so let us part.
Now we must part. And when I grow too old to dream, that kiss will live in my
Say, look at this little brownie hat. Isn't that cute? And wouldn't it look great on your youngster? Well, in a moment, I'll tell you how all the boys and girls in your neighborhood can get their brownie hats like this.
Well, all right, Sonny. You can go home now. Hey, look. Let's take a look. Just a little look at that wonderful little character who started it all, the Betty Crocker brownie.
Betty Crocker brownie. Chocolatey. You'll love 'em, you will. Try Betty Crocker brownie mix. It's new.
You know, with this package of Betty Crocker brownie mix, you not only get the best tasting brownies ever, there's also that special brownie hat offer.
That is right. And you can get this very colorful felt brownie hat with this beautiful great big feather in it and your name or your nickname stitched right here across the front. Boy, this is a lot of fun for the kids.
All you have to do is just tear the box top from a package of Betty Crocker brownie mix and send it together with 25 cents and your name and address to Brownie Hat, Box 376, New York 46, New York.
Now remember, that's a brownie mix box top, plus the 25 cents and your name and address to Brownie Hat, Box 376, New York 46, New York. And of course, you must be sure to indicate the name or the nickname that you want stitched on your brownie hat.
Right you are. So stock up on lots of Betty Crocker brownie mix for luscious chocolatey eating. And send for your brownie hats today.
Well, that winds up this edition of Your Bob Crosby Show for Bisquick and the Betty Crocker brownie mix. Really the greatest, those brownies. I wonder, we're going to be here tomorrow. Won't you try to join us again? And until then, here's a little bit of musical philosophy. Kids, would you help me? Sing a song while you're working along.
Sing a song.
Hum a tune while you're
In this portion of the Bob Crosby Show is presented by General Mills with new improved Bisquick, a whole world of mixing box and the complete line of Betty Crocker cake mixes.
Good boy, Bob. Learn to be a loafer. Sit down on the sofa while we sing, sing, sing a
The Bob Crosby Show has been selected for viewing by America's Armed Forces overseas and is a CBS television network production.
We love and bow down.